Hi guys, hope you're all okay and well. Hope everybody's getting used to 2019. Right, before we start, remember we would really appreciate if you click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, why? Please subscribe and then hit that bell so you'll be notified of any new content or podcasts or anything like that. Okay, today, what I thought I would do. Now, we have covered a lot of subjects. We have covered a lot of different genres of the paranormal and the supernatural. Is take this opportunity just to sit down and have a chat. Or, well, it's not a chat, is it? Because obviously it's a bit one-sided. But with your comments, it could be a chat. Basically, my background is absolutely nothing to do with the paranormal or supernatural. I'm ex-military, as you probably know, people who've listened for a long time. And I'm originally from Manchester, in the north of England, northwest of England. I have seen from a young age lots of stuff, lots of different UFOs, ghosts, shadow people. Now, it's so easy today to just label someone like me as a lunatic. But obviously, the paranormal and the supernatural are so popular today. It can't just be me. Obviously, people who are listening to this, people that watch our podcasts, people that comment on the videos, people on the group. There are so many people that are interested and want to find out things, want to be among people that won't laugh at them when they talk about, well, I saw this or I saw that or I saw the other. Do you think that's just the way things are today? Or do you think it's just the fact that people need answers now, more so than they have years and years ago? People just want answers. I know that myself and Tracy, we have had a lot of similar experiences, and that brought us together more than anything. And we share a lot of things. We have a lot of things in common. I would basically what I would like to do today is just talk to you about the different types of paranormal and supernatural stuff that's going on at the moment. For me, in the media, it's demons and exorcisms and spirit boards, and that is the thing the media and the TV and the films are really big on at the moment. I've just watched a movie on Netflix called Incarnate, and it was really good. Very much like The Exorcist, but a bit of a different angle from The Exorcist. Very similar to the other Ouija board type exorcism type films that have gone on at the moment. But it was good. It was from a different angle, and it had some good actors in it, and it's pretty good. There's another movie, Deliver Us from Evil. It's got the guy that played the Hulk, not the Hulk now, but one of the older films. He plays a New York cop, and that is a very good film as well. Now, they say that, I can't think of the proper. They say that art reflects life, or life reflects art, or something like that. I forget which way around it goes. So, do you think, really and truly, that there are exorcisms going on. I know they say that the Vatican has exorcists ready to perform exorcisms, but for me, it's always sort of tongue in cheek, and you never really know whether they're being serious or not. So I don't know. I don't know. I know we had an incident after one of our podcasts, which was very bizarre, and you probably heard us talk about it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but we were scared. We were very, very scared. And it had a lot of coincidences. There was a lot of coincidences happened, and we just couldn't explain them. We just couldn't explain them. Now, do you think that if there are such things as demons, bad spirits, negative entities, do you think that they can manipulate things like computers and can manipulate phones, can manipulate basically electronics? Because that was one of the issues we had. And why couldn't they? Why not? At the end of the day, you know, if there are demons and ghosts watching us, obviously they're going to be able to understand. And people who are passing away now, if there are spirits and they do come back as spirits, why not? They know how to use the up-to-date electronics. So could that be an issue? Could that be not an issue? An issue is the wrong word. Could that be what's happening? Glitches. Is it just a glitch, or could it be something more sinister? Another thing that interests me, and we're going to be doing a podcast about it, is haunted places. Now, it's slightly different than haunted houses. For instance, the forest in Japan, suicide forest, which is a proper place, it's not made up, where people go to commit suicide. They made a film about it called Forest. It took a lot of thinking, that, didn't it? But at the end of the day, they're supposed to be very, very. It's supposed to be really, really haunted. Now, I'm a big guy. I think I'm quite not really scared of much. I wouldn't want to spend the night there on my own. I wouldn't want to. Now, we want to do a podcast about places like this. There's a place in the UK. Is it Canning Chase? I'm sure someone will correct me. That there is supposed to be a lot of paranormal activity happens there. UFOs, ghosts, orbs, ghost lights, crazy stuff. Cryptids have been spotted there as well. I think that the UK, we look more to America and to the US. But because it's so big and it's so vast and there's so much of it that's been unexplored, and we don't really look at the UK. But I would like, obviously, to look more into sort of Eastern Europe. There's been a few films coming out and a few documentaries about Eastern Europe, certain places there, and they have very old traditions, and obviously Dracula, Transylvania, is in Eastern Europe. We've got the Yeti in Siberia, and yes, I think we'd like to do a podcast on sort of Eastern Europe and try and maybe give the US a bit of a break, because we do look to the US a lot, and there are lots and lots of haunted places in the US, and you know we we do look at that a lot. But I don't know. I just think that maybe looking into Eastern Europe, into Transylvania, and looking at some of the customs and the folklore that they have there would make a good podcast. I mean, I would like to know what you think in the comments, but for me, that would be something that would be really interesting even. I would like to talk about and mention something that we don't really touch on much: UFOs, extraterrestrials. That was one of my first interests in the paranormal. I've had my own experience. I know Tracy's had her own experience. I know a few people that have told me about experiences that they've had. It's something that I haven't actually talked to Tracy about. Um, I got a lady messaged me the other week, and she told me of an experience she had. And she had some photographs, but she didn't want to go on the group or anything like that. And the fact that me and Tracy have been so busy with Christmas and everything, I forgot to tell her about that. But it's happening all the time, and everybody knows that my big beef is with science and the establishment and the government, and I really don't like it. The fact that they won't even entertain that there could be something out there. There are things happening. They have happened. When you go back to, was it 1947 with Roswell? I think it was 1947. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But I would love, or we would love, any of your comments about any of the stuff that I've talked about. I like to have an open mind. I think that's really important, having an open mind. And I think and what we have noticed is if you've seen a ghost or a UFO, or if you've had a paranormal experience, this is just my opinion, and it's an opinion that I know Tracy gives some credence to. You're more likely to have other experiences. If you look back in your life, there will have been certain times where there is stuff that has happened that you can't explain. Now, that to me is scary. That to me is scary. But just think back yourself. If you've seen a UFO, you're more likely to see another UFO. If you've seen a ghost, you're more open to seeing a ghost than maybe someone who is really skeptical about it. I think you've got to be really mindful, and you've got to have that little bit of belief and that little bit of openness in your makeup that will let you be open to seeing something paranormal and something supernatural. And one of the last things I'd like to talk about is, has anybody heard of the stone tape theory? Zach from Ghost Adventures is a really big believer in this. And basically what it is, everything is made up of energy. If you've got a building, it's made of bricks, it's made of wood, it's made of all the different things that go into the construction of that building, and something really tragic happens, that energy can be absorbed by the bricks, by the wood, and by the materials that the property or the whatever we're talking about, church, old building, mansion, anything, even today's properties. And you can get hauntings, but they're more like a residual haunting, which is basically like a tape playing over and over what happened. It's not an intelligent haunting as such. The definition of an intelligent haunting, as best as I know it, is where they can get that some kind of interaction between the spirit or entity and people, whether that's through using equipment or it's through using other devices. But the stone tape theory is something that I would love to do a podcast on. It is amazing. And we are all made up of energy. We're just energy. And why not? Everything is made up of energy. Anyway, guys, I've nearly talked now for nearly 20 minutes, so I hope you didn't mind me doing this. I hope it gives you a better insight into me. And I hope if you have had any experiences, you'll let us know. Because we could be doing a podcast about people's experiences. That would be something that we could do. So anyway, guys, God bless. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like what you've heard. Subscribe and hit that bell. And I won't come back and horn you. Take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon.